Yeah, it's always different when you go into from club and country, and when you're in the games, you come back to the national team, you're not as used to playing with the guys because you're not playing with them week in and week out. Even though you've played with these guys over the years, it's still an adjustment in the sense of the style of play and the personnel, and sometimes it takes a little bit to get on the same page, but. It's just difficult when you're playing, in World Cup qualifiers, period, whether, you're away from home or at home. You just know there's a lot of pressure. Every game matters, and it's about just getting as many points as you can to try to hurry up and qualify as soon as possible because you don't want to be stressing come the last game like we were in the last round. Travel, that's a big factor, and trying to get adjusted to the time difference. And also you don't have, too many training sessions where you can work on things. So it's difficult for the coaches, difficult for the players, and every team has to deal with those, difficulties. But it's about being able to, overcome that and get together and, get on the same page and get the right results. Everybody wants to qualify, for the World Cup, and it's an opportunity to, for some of these guys, their last, chance to be a part of that, and for some of these guys it'll be their first, experience with that. So you just got to go in and give everything you have. I mean, all you can control really is how hard you work. You can't wait for the game to come to you. You gotta take the game, take control of the game. So I think that's something that you realize is you gotta start sharp. You gotta start quick because it's difficult once the other team starts growing in confidence and getting some corner kicks and getting free kicks and getting fouls, and you do have to play a lot of defense. You can find yourself quickly feeling like your back, is against the wall. I mean, in games, there's going to be periods in time where you have to deal with that. But if you can have a good start, it definitely helps, limiting, the time that the stadium is behind their team. So if we can start good, I think, that goes a long way. I expect to be a very difficult game. I mean, every game away from home, no matter who you play in with these World Cup qualifiers, is always very difficult. And it's not going to be any different. This round is going to be even more competitive than the last. We have a lot of good teams, and it's just about taking care of business. So hopefully, like I said, we can start sharp and we can get grind out and get the right result because at times your back is going to be against the wall and you're going to have to come together as a team. But at the same time, you're going to get your opportunities in the game, and you got to be clever enough and collected enough to take advantage of those. It's always difficult on the road, period. But if you can get results on the road and stay consistent at home, you would like to think that you have a good chance of qualifying. So that's what we got to make sure that we do. Is we talk about it every year, and it's one of those things easier said than done. But hopefully, eventually, we'll get it right in the sense of getting wins away from home.